we said today, we just need to pick and choose and work hard to create the opportunities to run with the ball. And we started to do that, I think, as the half wore on, a couple of counter attacks. But ultimately, it's 6-3 going towards the end of the half. We hadn't really got the sort of points we probably should have in terms of the possession we had. We had one good chance on the left hand side when I think we maybe passed it a bit early and the opportunity went. But I thought the patience we showed when we got down there, I think there were a guy down at this point, was good, because we've been there a little bit in the past year or so and not turned those into scores at crucial times, and to come off without scoring there, 3 points would have been okay, but 7 was great. So that was pleasing. I think the try we scored just after half time, the big focus at half time to not start flat and to come out and raise the tempo at the right time. And I thought Danny did a good job of that at times in the game, with quick taps and taking them on around the fringes. I thought Steve did outstandingly well to create the turnover for the opportunity for Danny's try, and Nick Easter as well played his part in that. Then the disappointing bit was just losing our way in that middle period of the second half. I think they got a little bit of pressure on our scrum. We've turned over a few balls at line out. A rash pass, I think, got them back in with a penalty, and then we tried to return a kick that perhaps we should have gone back up. And suddenly you're back under pressure with 2 tries, and defensively we probably a little bit overcommitted the breakdown a couple of times. But ultimately we found a way to win, and I thought they took that try at the end very, very well. Everyone involved with it, Dylan, Toby Flood and Matt Tate and James. So it was, when you're in games like that, and we've been here before and lost them, you have to find the way to win it, and we did.
Was that a sign of the maturity within the side, John,
well,
look, you were able to deliver the knockout?
Yeah, I mean, we go through these games and we've had some tough losses and some tough wins, and they turn on small things, and it sounds a bit hollow when you've lost, but you've got to acknowledge that when you win. And we got to pick the ball up and took it 60 yards to score a try, but we did it. And with every chance there, we could have folded and let them win the game. So there's lots and lots to get better at as a side individually. I thought some guys had very good games today, but as a group, I said this, I think we've got a good group of players now. We lost a couple, late in the week at 12, and I thought Toby Flood, I think it's right that we mentioned him individually to step in at late notice and just be very, very assured in the way he played and the way he handled that was great. So I think we put a good squad of players together, and there's a lot of improvement in us. There's no one getting carried away with that. I said to them, we said all week you have to enjoy these games, and there's a lot of pressure and people saying it's the biggest game, but come Sunday morning, the next one's then the biggest game, and we'll be, we move on to the next match. So the guys aren't getting carried away. They understand that we did some things well and we did some things not so well that we can get better at.
Indiscipline's cost England quite dearly over the last 12 months, which certainly during the Six Nations last year. We have some sympathy with Warren Gatland for what happened with Alan Wynne-Jones, and it cost him 17 points.
Yeah, I mean, guys make. Well, it didn't cost them 17 points. He went off the field. We scored him. They didn't give them to us. Trust me. Guy, we've all been there and done silly things that have an influence on the game. So we played a lot of games last year without 15 players for long periods, and you have to deal with it. So I think the good thing from our point of view is we turned that pressure into a score at a crucial time. I thought we got over a couple of times before that, but ultimately we got in as we were sort of in added time in the first half. So it was great patience and great sort of execution to score that one.
John, confidence is a massive thing. Obviously, it wasn't great after the autumn. You're talking about things turning on tiny margins. Wales are breathing down your necks. You're under a lot of pressure. It's 2017. A defeat at that stage, you seem to be, confidence had lost. Then you get that try. How massive was that? Just in terms of a narrow thing, but how massive was that in terms of momentum and confidence?
2 years ago, England didn't score before half time, which would probably have won the game if they had, and Wales went on to win the game, win the Grand Slam. So these things turn on small issues. You've got to just make sure that from our point of view, it shouldn't have to have done that, because if we'd just been a little bit better for that 20 minutes in the middle of the second half, from our point of view, that wouldn't have happened. So Wales will say, well, if we'd been better, then you wouldn't have been ahead anyway. But so when you get there, it's like the Argentina game. When you get to that position, you've got to get yourself out of it. We've got ourselves out of it.
Sorry, you said areas to improve upon. Could you elaborate slightly on that?
No, I thought we potentially got a little bit narrow on defence at times. They got round us a few times. It's just areas like that when teams come together, they just need to play. And there's lots of things within all aspects of the game that you can always improve on. I think we did a great job with the referee. I thought the ref did a good job, but a lot of discipline was, the contact area seems to be ever changing in terms of what comes down from above in terms of interpretations, and I thought the guys did a very good job there.
You say all week as well that every game is massive, but in all fairness, this was a huge game. You can build on this now.
Yeah, it was. But we come off the field and already we're talking about next week as a group. So the massive game is the one that's right in front of you. And I said all this week, and the coaches say it. We just got to worry about the nuts and bolts of the performance, and the result will take care of itself. And when we did that today, we put pressure on them. We got scores and we got opportunities. And when we didn't do it, we conceded points.
It's a sense of relief, John. Not because it was one, it was a massive game, but just that they're beginning to show now what they can do.
Yeah, of course there's a bit of relief, but it's just that frustration that, of course, we could do better than that. It's still there a bit because we can do better than that, and that's the good thing. Enjoy the win, and we get back. And Steve spoke very well after the game. We get back in next week, and we work hard and we get better.